Hello everybody, welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the Sun Bear Zodiac sign, the deer. So hello fellow deers, I am a deer as well. So this is for the deers for the month of August, and we're going to be doing the medicine wheel spread. I'll be doing I'm pulling the initial spread from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And then I will be clarifying with the 1909 tarot. And then at the end of the reading, I will be pulling three main themes for the month. So we're going to go ahead and get started for the deer. We always start in the center of the medicine wheel. The center, this is where our center power animal sits. Mine happens to be a bull. This is the in the earth count, it is humans, pure intellect and measure, the collective consciousness of all humans, and death and rebirth. And for the great teachers, it is feelings, confrontation, defeat, and patience. So for the deers, we start off with this wolf energy in the center. So this is a card of being guardian of our family or tribe, or feeling like we are the guardian of our family or tribe. But it can also indicate a sign that we might be being a little bit intolerant, either with ourselves or with some other people at this time. But let's clarify this wolf energy. So with the wolf, we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is my card of moving on to calmer shores. Um, it's a card of, the past being a little maybe tumultuous, but we're moving on from that. We're leaving that behind us. Um, So I kind of feel for some deer out there, it's like I almost get the feeling like the deer, you have had to be the strong one in your family or in your group. Um, and I would say it's taken a lot of energy in doing this. But the Six of Swords says that we're in a time now um, where I think we can kind of let our guard down a little bit, because we are moving on to these calmer shores. So next we go to the east of the wheel. This is where our warrior animal sits. It is also where the sun and the stars sit in the earth count. And for the great teachers, it is rage and raw power. Um, so here we have the black egg. And the black egg represents our fifth chakra. So this is our throat chakra. And it's interesting because my warrior animal, one of the first things she ever said to me was that my words have power. And I think that is true for all deer, all born under the deer zodiac. We are communicators. And so when our throat chakras get blocked, it blocks our power. So this card is saying this month to really own the power of your words, own the power of your voice. But let's clarify this black egg. So with the black egg, we have the devil. So yes, it's saying, like, the devil is saying, um, you know, don't the devil is our inner saboteur. It's that little voice inside your head that says that you can't do something, or that puts you down, or that little voice that holds you back from speaking. And I think that's what this is. What these cards together are saying is, don't let your inner voice stop you from speaking your inner truth. Okay, your words have power too. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so next we move to the west of the wheel. In the west of the wheel, this is where our healer animal sits. It is also, excuse me, I'm just going to take a sip of tea. um, in the earth count, this is where earth and the planets sit. And for the great teachers, it is care and spirit. So we start here with this elephant energy. So the elephant, this card represents obstacles, and I would say in this aspect, in the area that it's showing up here, um, in the in the West, in the healing, I would say that if this month, if there are obstacles um, that seem to be coming up that you cannot find your way around, because, okay, so two things. The elephant on one side of things is the destroyer of obstacles, okay? But sometimes the elephant can also put obstacles in our way to steer us in a different direction. So I would say that this is saying that if we come up this month against obstacles that we can't seem to overcome, it's probably because those obstacles were put there to steer us in a different direction, to cause us to go a different way. But let's clarify that elephant energy. So with the elephant, we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands again is a card of being impassioned and being inspired, and finding the mundane in life. So I think again, if there are obstacles that come up um, for you this month, or for some of you, you may have obstacles that come up for you, and Spirit is asking you to keep things interesting and keep things fun. Even if you do come up against an obstacle or a challenge, find a new, interesting way, a different way to go about it. And again, like I said, if you can't find a way around that obstacle, it's because you're not supposed to. It was put there to steer you in another direction. So I would say if it's there to steer you in another direction, um, take it in a direction, explore something new, explore something fun, is what I would say. Next, we move to the south of the wheel. So this is where our birth animals sit. So for us deers, this is where our deer sits, is in the south of the wheel. Um, for the earth count, it is the plants and the spirit of all plants. And for the great teachers, it is pain and death. And again, I do like to remind people that death doesn't have to mean dying. It can just mean the end of something. The south also represents our emotions. And so here in the south, we have this earthworm energy. So the earthworm energy is about being shy and hesitant and reluctant to share your inner vision. And again, I think this really goes back to this east here, um, to our warrior animal, um, and that throat chakra. So it's saying that even though we might be feeling shy and a little bit unsure. This card is here to assure us that we are on the right path. We are on the right track, and the things that we have to say are meant to be said. And so it's saying not to hide in the ground, to come out of the ground and speak up, even if that means risking embarrassment. Um, let's clarify this earthworm energy. So with the earthworm, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune, again, this is it's a card of life's unpredictability. It's a card of being at peace with that. Again, it's the card of just with, like I said, that black egg and this earthworm, both cards of being a, of speaking, both cards of the um, fifth chakra. Um, this is asking us to make peace with the idea that not everybody is going to like or agree with what we say. And that's okay. They don't have to. But this Wheel of Fortune, there's two ways to ride the Wheel of Fortune. One is on the outside, where we let life's up and downs control our feelings and our emotions and our thoughts. Or we can be on the inside of the wheel, well, where we're seeing and we're letting the things happen around us that we can't change. And again, we can't change what people think about what we say. We can't change other people's opinions. Um, and so that's what I think this earthworm and this wheel of fortune is saying, that it's okay that to not know, again, how people are going to respond, and it's okay if people don't respond well too. That is where they are, and it's not a reflection of you. Okay, whew. Some powerful messages in here. Next, we go to the top of the wheel. This is the area of our mind. This is where our recapitulation animal sits. For the earth count, it is the animals and the spirit of all animals. And for the great teacher, this is where fear and the physical sit. So here we have this lizard energy. And so this lizard energy it's saying that we could, like, some deer, some of us may be a little bit our minds may be a little bit sensitive this month. We may be, again, with some of this, we may want, like, we may feel sensitive to the things people say um, to us. And we may feel maybe even a little bit overstimulated with this lizard energy. But I want to clarify that a little bit more. So, uh, let's see what we have with this lizard energy. We have the Four of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so because that's another, it's a card of freedom, that Four of Wands. So I would say, mhm, first of all, I'm going to say that it's a good possibility that our third eye and crown chakras will be very open and active over the month of August. Um, I'm kind of getting the message here that we may want to, it may be a good time at some point this month, just to um, withdraw a little bit from all the noise, all the lights, all the everything, excuse me, and just find freedom in the quiet of our minds. I know that sounds kind of eh, but I think that that is what this lizard and this Four of Wands is saying, is to find that um, freedom, to just be in our head for a moment. And again, I know most people say get out of your head, but I think right now, um, for some of the deer out there this month, um, we may actually have to be in our head a little bit. But when I say in our head, I don't mean spinning. I just mean figuring out some of the thoughts that are going on there. And again, it could be that we may have to find, oh, there it is. There it is. So we have to find the freedom from this negative inner voice, this devil, this inner saboteur inside our mind. Um, we need to find freedom from that this month, and some of that could be some quiet time in meditation is what I would say. Okay, next we move down to the southeast of the wheel. This is where our shadow animal sits. For the earth count, it is spirits, and the great teachers. And for the great teachers, it is where sex and loneliness sit. So here we have peacock energy. So the peacock energy um, is about, so the peacock itself can digest anything, right? It can assimilate anything. Um, and so as far as spiritually, the peacock says that we don't harbor resentment or anything from the past. So I feel like again, this is coming up in the southeast where our shadow animal is. Um, so it's almost like some of us may need to do a little bit of shadow work this month. Um, because I think we are refusing to digest something, and I'm including, this could include me and myself. It's almost like something is being um we need to digest the situation, we need to assimilate it, and we need to find the beauty in it. Is kind of what's coming through for me here right now. But let's clarify this peacock. So with the peacock, we have the Page of Cups. Mm. Um, so along with the shadow work, interesting. Now it's not in, but the page is a card of your inner child, um, and it's the creative inner child. Hmm. So I'm almost seeing like a part of this shadow work could maybe include something along the lines of art therapy in a way. Um, like I see it almost like drawing it out or painting it or whatever this past pain that we are holding on to. Um, it's like it's really asking for that pain to come to the surface so that we can deal with it. And I think it surrounds a feeling of loneliness is what's coming through. The great teacher of loneliness down there in the southeast. And with this Page of Cup too, it also says that we are not alone. Okay, so if you feel alone, we are not alone. Um, yeah, interesting. Okay. Next, we move over to the southwest of the wheel. This is where our dreamer animal sits. In the earth count, it is the sacred dreams of life and is the kachinas. For the great teachers, this is where honesty and need sit. So here we have scorpion energy. So yes, I would say some deer may feel like they've been burned. Somebody's burned them is what they're feeling, and like I'm feeling an like resentment. Um, Hold on. Let's clarify this scorpion energy. So with the Scorpion energy, we have the Three of Cups. So it's very interesting. So I feel like this, um, whatever this feeling is around being burned, it is holding us back from moving forward. Um, this unresolved, like I said, I feel like an unresolved resentment towards something. And really, what's coming through here is that honesty and forgiveness is what is really needed in this situation. And I want to remind you that forgiveness doesn't mean condoning or allowing the behavior. You can forgive someone and still not want them to be a part of your life. Forgiveness is more about you than it is the other person. So I would highly suggest if anybody has that feeling of holding on um, to some sort of resentment, uh, really try to focus, like feel it, feel the hurt, feel the pain that was caused, but don't hold on to it. Once you have allowed yourself to feel it, and you've been honest with yourself about what happened in the situation, then there is the need to release it and let it go. And now we move up to the northwest of the wheel, and this is where our death animal sits. It is also for the earth count, it is the cycle of natural law, and it is the Shinamiya, and for the great teachers, it is testing and seeking. So here we have hawk energy. And I love hawk energy. The hawk is my warrior animal. So I would just say, especially with what we were just saying with that scorpion and the need to forgive, the hawk is asking you to look for a different perspective. Look from a higher perspective. Maybe try and have a conversation with your higher self, and gain a new perspective. All right, let's clarify this hawk energy. All right, we will go with this one. So it wanted to jump out. So this is the Seven of Cups. Um, so the Seven of Cups, it's saying that, um, first of all, I would say, don't overthink it. Look for the new perspectives um, and don't overthink, right? So just witness, just watch. Um, I'm kind of getting like there is something that's going to be shifting. It's like I'm seeing like the winds are changing for you. And I would say let those changes happen. Don't overthink them. Especially I'm getting the feeling that you're going to have um, a lot of choices, a lot of options ahead of you. But it's saying don't overthink the options. See the whole picture, see the whole perspective. um, and then focus on uh, what it is that you want, right? So just because all the options are in front of you doesn't mean you have to take it. So use that hawk perceptions to see the bigger picture and then hone in on what you want, is what I would say there. Okay, next we go to the northeast of the wheel. This is where our past life animal sits. In the Earth count, it is moon movement and energy and pure science. And for the great teachers, there this is where victory and love sit. So here we have this bat energy. And again, the bat energy is about letting go. It is about death and rebirth. And it's saying that it's the end of a chapter, and it's asking us to move into the next chapter. It's a card of coming out of uh, I'm getting like it's really saying like don't linger in the past. Don't hold on to the past hurts. With the bat, we have the Eight of Wands. So this for me is the card of a lot of potential, a lot of movement, and once again, communication. But the Eight of Wands also said that the universe is on your side. Um, for me, anyway, that's what the Eight of Wands says, that the universe is on your side. Um, so it's really asking you, I think, to step out of the darkness, and let go of the fear, let go of the hurt, and really shine your light this month. All right, let's go ahead and pull the three main themes for the month for the deers out there. So, our three main themes are generosity, growth, and purification. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Um, so, like I said, generosity, growth, and purification. Um, so I think it's important too, again, being that we are communicators, that we are generous with our knowledge. And I really think that that's what this Maple Spirit card is saying. And I also feel that as we start speaking our truth more and being less afraid of sharing what's inside of us, this is going to um, cause a lot of growth, and it's really going to cleanse and purify our souls, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that was the reading for the Zodiac Sun Bear, the deer. Um, Please like, share, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff, and leave a comment if you would, and let me know how you are enjoying these videos so far. Um, I thank you very much for watching. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you later. Bye for now.